Ok, buenos días muchachos, y vamos a comenzar este stream. Voy a hacer la historia de Final Fantasy XIV porque pusieron nuevo contenido hoy. Espero que les guste. Finalmente, contenido nuevo. Oh, greetings, Auxilia. Want to look in on want to look in on our friends? Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I have been keeping a close eye on them, and I have satisfied myself that they are in fine health. As a matter of fact, they are just about to convene in down respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, as shall we?
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Welcome back, everyone!
Lise!
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
Ay, Junior, cómo das lata. Ya métete, órale.
Well, that's a lot
Hablando
to
de stream
take
como
in.
siempre.
Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Ah, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you used to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
I like stuffy meetings.
Rest assured, there'll be many, many more. Go on, lend Alize a hand.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
When I set out to save Haldrick, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. And having proved that life corruptors are not lost, I'm convinced that the same must be true of the Temper. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the Eater of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. Although the root of cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It's by no means a reasonable hypothesis, Alice, and it warrants full investigation. If there is even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I would like to race over to Linsa and set to work. There is no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Belloc will remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things will go wrong if we don't exercise due to caution. And so, before attempting anything, we shall learn all we possibly can about tempering. There is just one problem. Research into condition has long since the ground to a halt, and combined the work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Nor of the modern scholars, perhaps, of one of their ancient counterparts. I know Alagan took a more than passing interest in that subject. If what we seek is to be found anywhere, it will surely be at the chemical research facility. Where the experimental on primals and their worshippers. Yes. Good. Good thinking. I have never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Asesla, which mean we'll be needing an airship. An airship, you say? Meet me at another bank of silver tears. I got a little surprise for you. And Oh, you! Oh, and come prepared to travel! Como les dije, camaradas, nomás voy a hacer la historia y el contenido nuevo. Espérate, si tengo, pero ¿por qué no puedo? Ahora me digan que se te da huevo. Ahorita. Ya puedo, qué bien. Esta o esta. Airport. Bueno, siempre 11 que Flores se la come. Ah, qué agresivo. Posibilidad que puedes explorar las zonas. A ver, ¿para dónde vamos? I give you the bonanza! The science pen! Very own airship! I built her as a company project. With help from our friends of the Rising Sun. And they here for luck and prosperity. That's true. This is amazing. We'll be able to fly just anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough. With the voluntary airship, I see the annals and not exaggerate. The many tales of the science fables. Groundkeeper. Hey! I also introduced myself as your pilot. It said the training didn't go quite as well as I hoped. That's alright because we hired this capable fellow here instead. The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of manufacturers and manufacturers. By the way, feel free to use them to get around Asla. Saludos a mi chonrizo que está mirando la transmisión parado. Good enough, Tag. It's time to fly. All aboard. Ya están escribiendo un chingo la gente. Voy a ir a apagar las notificaciones. Honestly, people would be jealous of the way the airship flies. That road has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Asla. An Alpinus report did not scale. Did not do the scales of this place justice. Ojalá. Determination. Pues yo no lo conozco. Es más, ¿quién es ese güey? This appears to be a helix, which means we stand on the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies Beta Quadrant, and yes, I believe my bearing. Though this is my first time analysis, I have done some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to a network beyond which there will be an informant terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Ahí saqué el carro, maldita sea. There's the terminal. A moment we'll search the archives for reference to tampering. There we are. Economic corruption and overview? That sounds promising. Indeed. Let's see what this report has to say. Confound. The concept appears to have been deleted. Nani? I mean, what? No. Isn't there something you can do? Not from here. I'm afraid. Or it might be another copy of the. It may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is, where to look? It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. It's likely that he kept a copy. I will say it is a distinct possibility, assuming he was a researcher here. He would have had quarters on the hemisphere. We can ascertain the details of hemisphere control. Let's return to Bonanza and avail cells of the manacurers. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot. You already have several means to transport around you. No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship. Then, we will see you at the hemisphere. Esto es lo que quería usar. If the late Owen didn't they have a chamber here, this no will be able to tell us its number. There, from what I recall of the layout, should be somewhere in the vicinity of Barnet, and a vacation order is presently in effect. Entry to the habit sphere is not permitted at this time. Yeah? Or like in all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the fourth umbral calamity. A die will be lifted in the near future. Energy level critical. Returning to base for recharging. La madre lo que tiene. You seem to recall, are you honestly telling me that was in the records too? Ah, I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that a lightning aspected area was prone to pulling on the continent, resulting in the surge that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my stories help me to feel connected to the source, to home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but finally stand here with you two. This more exhilarating that I can well express. Now then, the lighting shard. If I may, I suggest we split and search the Beta Quadrant. Oh, we were surprised. They are wont to manifest where the either is stagnant. Now you're showing off, which make me think we should make a contest out of this. The first to return here with the share wins. What do you say? Oh yeah! Voy a ganar como siempre. Very well, it will be an honor to compete here. No. ¿Dónde? David. Por aquí. Is here? Is it here? It is here, okay. Bravo! It was quite a show, adventurer. Why despicable proof so enthralling? There are thousands of surprises slip my mind. ¿Quién me está hablando? I appear to have fulfilled our little race. Congratulations. The lighting shard is yours. Who's talking? Let's be very funny. Now let's get back to work. This cool before game this reminds me of the first time with me. Oh yeah. Thank you, Arcelia, for bringing me here. Run. Your appearance, Alice has no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now, may I have the charge? What is... Oh, no lo he probado. ¿Por qué? What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? This is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could have learned a great deal from Axilia. And not only about the secrets of adventure, but will come. We shall attend our mission. Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the habit sphere. Only one obstacle remains: the security system within. Should they be triggered, it could make life rather difficult for us. In life which pray leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Towers, yes, but if it doesn't, you will be on your own. I want you to promise us that you will get out at the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. Well, nothing for it, Boris. For it, but to sit tight. Sebastián Villanueva dice que 100 pon se la traga sin dientes. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, with iconic correction and overview. Sounds like a student thesis. We should have to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about common applications of either. I'm nothing if not practical. Creo que sí es cierto, no sé. Sí lo conocen como el chiquito medallas. Al final was more philosophical, of course. Political there, I say. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation to the world. Controversial subject, to say the least. Pregúntale a Pon qué es eso, él sabe. Ay, pero me canso. ¿Para qué no aprende inglés el pendejo? He asserted that Charlaine's knowledge should rarely be used to protect our lives on the star. In their opposition to the country chair's policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the forum, our father was not happy. En ese tiempo, claro. Al fin no estaba totalmente convencido que su punto de vista estaba completamente convencido de con su punto de vista y alegremente arguiría hasta la muerte con cualquier persona que con cualquiera que vea cosas diferentes a él. Eso quiere decir que el camino fue largo. Para ser más justo con él, él ha aprendido a ser más de mente abierta. Pero deep down, pero profundamente, todavía se detiene rápidamente a las creencias de uno. Y es algo que admiro yo de él. Y yo admiro de él. Oh, ya regresaste. Yo no sé qué atendiste el estadio. No lo hice. Una tesis fue requerida para conseguir mi marca de Archon. mis compañeros and the student of foundation me convencieron a escribir una con la promesa de unfettered access to forbidden tomes, o sea que los tomos prohibidos. Antes sobre la promesa del God. Another contest. I shudder to image the work involved, but if not about that. Yes. I was waiting. If a copy of his report survives, it will be thrown this way, shall we find out? Y instalando, escaneando por uso de registración. Usuario no encontrado. Procede como invitado. Y por favor completa las biométricas de autenticación. Ándale, tú que tienes la sangre de Royal. Verificando. Autenticación completa. Invitado identificado como miembro de la familia Royal. Estoy en tu servicio, Su Alteza. Ah, tiene password. Oh, vamos, Su Alteza. Dile el lindo nodo cuál es el password. Ok, vamos a ver. Glory be to Allah. Long live Emperor Sante. Confounded. ¿El password es password? ¿Nani? No. Wild Rose. Ahora, no hay que apresurarnos. Un pequeño error y podremos perder todo el reporte completo. Creo que esta es una misión para Sid y sus amigos. Si alguien puede comprender esta máquina en cooperación, Son ellos. Vamos. Hay que llevarnos el nodo hasta las Rising Stones. No sé si es cierto. No. Está casi lleno. Demonios. Mira esta. Mira esta no. Esta sí. Y ahora sí vamos. Ay. Míralo ahí. ¿Cómo? Todo y corriendo. Ah, qué adorable. Estoy diciendo la historia primero. Después el contenido. ¿Por qué? No es mona china, chingada la madre. No es el de las monas chinas. No es el juego chafita Genshin Impact. O como se llame. Yo no juego mamadas que el Genshin Impact o que... Y soy un mago blanco. Bueno, maga porque es mujer la que estoy usando. ¡Qué grandiosas noticias! Asilia. Tataru se ha contactado con Sid. On our behalf. ¿Cómo se dice? Bueno, como se diga la palabra, on our behalf. Y viene en camino aquí mientras que estamos discutiendo. Mientras esperamos. Escuchar qué va a pasar en el console de la alianza. ¿Podrías ayudarnos, Carl? como ya saben, la junta que está discutiendo es cómo responder con los eventos recientes en Garleman, acordando con la inteligencia de los aliados de Doma. La guerra de sucesión todavía sigue y el imperio todavía no tiene líder. Sobre todo el caos, las legiones imperiales en las provincias han empezado a moverse independientemente de su tierra natal. Nuestra gran concentración es el IL, una legión alienada con el señor Neva, y al parecer ha recibido mucha ayuda financiera de la casa Frutos. Brutos, ¿que ellos no fueron los que tomaron a Yotsu y Asahi? Esto no suena bien. Y los movimientos chinos por el momento parecen guardados en misterio. Estamos esperando que Tancred y Angel puedan traer alguna luz sobre sus actividades cuando ellos regresen. Hasta aquel momento, los líderes de la herencia sienten que no es recomendado interferir con el conflicto. Y gracias a parte de la retirada del imperio en Glimley, han decidido poner atención en la amenaza de los primals una vez más, trabajando con facciones. No, yo no. Escuché que tiene un chingo de bugs. Quién sabe si en el futuro, si lo ponen a PlayStation Plus, sí. Si no, no. Dado con el tiempo, sospecho que la perspectiva de las causas y el orden en el decisivo choque entre el imperio. Cualquiera que sea su plan, no será un problema tan fácil de resolver. Skyrim, o si no este Fallout. Oh, chingón, entonces sí, lo voy a jugar si me lo regalan. Es un regalo, no se desprecian los regalos. Chiste malo, como que Box Snacks. Horrible el chiste. Te bañaría, pero no puedo. Pero si podemos hacer un tratamiento contra el Tempering, todo es posible. Es algo que debemos lograr. ¿Por qué no nos hacemos confortable en el Transfer Spide? Mientras que esperamos que se llegue. ¿Cuál público más difícil? Solo somos tú y yo y Sebastián. Has despedido por tus chistes malos. Malísimo. Ay. Esperando, esperando. Y... sí. En persona. Discúlpanos por no haber lo más pronto posible, mi amigo. Como has escuchado, tenemos nuestras manos llenas. En nuestra defensa, tú estás un poquito temprano. Y bajo la impresión de que estás durmiendo un poquito más tiempo. ¿Lo estaría si no, si tú no hubieses cumplido tu promesa? Es Sid Garland. Es un genio. Con máquinas y todo. Por eso lo vamos a ocupar para descifrar el pinche nodo ese que pidió el password. Hablando de ayuda, ¿qué es lo que ocupabas? Bien, bien. Un tratamiento contemporáneo. Y para el siguiente paso tienes que encontrar la contraseña para ese reporte. Justo eso. Con cualquier ayuda que nos pueda guiar. Podríamos estar aquí hasta siempre, hasta que decidimos correctamente. Pero decidimos ir contigo. No me gustaría ayudarte, hijos de la verga. Estoy haciendo historias. Pero para configurar la mente, termina de identificar. Empezar un trabajo corto identificando el password. Lo sabía, pues yo puedo contar contigo. Ahora vamos a anticipar qué puede ser de uso. Sí, yo sí sé hablar pues español y no es Chayoman, es Isaías. Buena idea. Voy a transferir la información a la terminal y empezar el trabajo en este momento. Sebastián dice que Gerard se la come y con pelos. Bueno, hemos sacado, vamos a ver. La contraseña es libertad. Ah, corto y simple. Como lo dije. ¿Quieres hacerlo sonar a su alteza? Con gusto, señorita. No. Abre los récords sobre la corrección de los icons. La contraseña, libertad. Contraseña aceptada. Abriendo reporte. El fenómeno que le llamamos corrupción se refiere a la alteración de las almas. Como he dicho, el éter existe en equilibrio, no elemento puede ser más prominente que el otro. Ya lo acabé. Pero cuando el éter es tomado de un icon, su propiedad, la propiedad del arma cambia a la entidad en cuestión. Por ejemplo, la exposición con el fin Céfiro podría causar que el éter se vuelva el elemento de tierra. ¿A qué calificación le doy? Un 8.5. No, es Isaías, no Chayoman, no Shinchan, es Isaías. Y con su consecuencia, el sujeto tendría afinidad a la tierra más alto de lo normal. Y elementos promocionales de duración. Y exposición a esos elementos alterando la piel del sujeto completamente. Los cambios hechos por los sujetos no son atribuidos al elemento de la ley mental. Y necesitamos más pruebas, más exámenes para determinar cómo la alma se cambia a umbra, se carga con umbridad o se para durante el proceso. Y ese me gustó. Cuando son corruptidos, se convierten en seguidores del icon. Y hacen más y le rezan para poderizar el icono. Yo quiero que sea Ghost of Tsushima, pero se lo van a dar a Last of Us. Porque los que votan son los outlets. Los que tienen el poder de la mayoría de votación. Solo la gente normal pueden afectar el voto si quedan empatados entre los outlets. Es lo que hacen. Hay empate. La gente que votaron en The Game Awards pueden afectar la decisión si quedan en empate. Y los jugué los dos. Me gustó más Ghost of Tsushima. Ni siquiera los Elegants pudieron encontrar una cura. Más bien, no les dieron la oportunidad. ¿Qué fue lo que motivó al señor Almond a tomar esa decisión? Pokémon es un pinche juego de niños chiquitos. Es como Genshin Impact. Un juego de niños chiquitos. No, no fue tan buena la historia. A mí no me gustó. Tiene buen gameplay, pero no me gustó la historia. Especialmente cuando juegas con Abby. Y en tu juego también hay gente gato y no digo nada. Y pinches batallas son bien chafas. Ok, ¿dónde está? Sí, ya vamos. Acabó ese suplo. Oh. Mientras que Gajati y yo configuramos la terminal, quiero que consigas unos pocos supplies. Cerulio. Ay, ¿por qué no me fui a hacer la raid primero? Vamos a agarrar mi teléfono, se está muriendo. No, no creo que Final Fantasy te gane. Va a ganar el de mejor RPG, pero no creo que gane el juego del año. Vamos a dar la cartita, la damos, el material. Oh, vas por el Cerulean. En este caso te... Oh, por favor presente tu nota al ingeniero. Creo que está en el LAN, donde está la nave. Él te ayudará con mucho gusto. Vamos para acá. Pero no creo que lo va a ganar el de RPG, no va a ganar el del año. Be Sure se lo van a dar a Doom Eternal. ¿O qué? ¿Crees que lo gane este? ¿Cómo es este juego? Animal Crossing. No, no lo ha jugado. Que no lo he jugado. El Final Fantasy 7. ¿En serio? Pero el chiste es que le va a ganar John Interno. El de mejor acción. Pero no has visto la persona correcta, has visitado a la persona correcta.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Al Amigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem.
Sí, sí, trabajo hoy.
To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to
Pero en el otro
Ishgard,
trabajo, en el de la
that we
noche.
might together plot a course. Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
Limpio.
A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me.
No, ni que fuera güey de
Until now, our
llorar.
only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it.
Yo no, palabras.
In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Ah, ya acabaron, qué rápidos. ¿Cristales también?
Who would have thought cerulean weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Nero! Hell yeah, it's Nero!
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering. But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
By the way, the healing applications of crystal foci proved very useful in getting us to where we are now. I must remember to thank Mikoto. Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin. All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Did you say so?
Damn it. It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh!
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There! No. I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Tienen la cura.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm.
Apologies for the wait.
Bugaboo. Have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin.
Let's go.
Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn. Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news. For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alisaie refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Don't tell me, Thor.
I should, I know. Yet, despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire. Alisaie, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gabu!
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alisaie's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gabu. They helped him to hold on.
Damos una cura. Tomaron.
I'm so proud of you, Gabu.
4 expansiones para encontrar una cura. Pero lo lograron.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gabu alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then, the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
¿Todavía está viva?
I have to go now, Gabu. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
Ay, que se cae el control. Vamos a agarrar waffle, no. Okay. Like master, like purple. Ya lo sacaron. I take it you are ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of Master and Pupil. Very well.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long, I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Night Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
No.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
Es el que tiene más años de todos.
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I'm proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day. So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create porxes with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porxie, as it were. Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Está lloviendo. Alright, off to my old workshop, then. Everything okay to make your familiar is there. Yay! That might be, but no one has set foot in there since the exo. I tried to make what has become of it. ¿Dónde está? Ay, mi hijo de la BM. Ah, sabes que tenemos esta rayito. Hey, the invisible man. No, never mind. Greetings, Rabbit. Welcome to my Woodmaster Relic. Whatever Rocco is. Rest assured, my brothers, and I shall take this. Just do not lose your way. Now then, Rabbit. Only say the word and I'll show you in. Rabbit. La reliquia de Montoya no es accesible.
I stand ever ready.
Let's give it our
Victory
all.
will be ours.
Right. To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
underestimate me.
Ok, pues ahí la vemos.
Are you all right?
no le finally get it now. What's the agujero? La otra saga, okay. Okay, now I get it. Go. Ya que sé qué pedo.
You underestimate me!
Debe ser que más la vez son más mal. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, caraca!
Are you all right?
Gelatin. Toma. Okay.
just the beginning.
Okay. A la verga. A la verga. Es Final Fantasy XIV. Ahorita estoy haciendo contenido casual. Al rato viene lo tóxico. ¡A la verga!
Just the beginning.
Sí.
Right then. Let's get this over with. Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
Barbecue. I get it. Tenderloin.
There we are, quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more. That should suffice.
Good. Let's set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some corpses. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say.
Ya vieron, hacemos la ceja con saliva.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the Mother Porksy with additional ether.
I will require a moment before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone, we're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
In addition to the Porkses, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Here we go!
¿Qué onda, Extremo? Ya, momito. Ya, momo. Dale, go. Hmm?